This enchanting place is Regensburg, one of Europe's most well-preserved cities. With a history dating back over 2,000 years, it's now modern and diverse, with a little something for everyone. For me, that means food, and after a brief stroll over the famous 12th century stone bridge, I catch up with my local guide Elizabeth, who has a full day of culinary experiences waiting for me. First on the list, the famous and very old Wurstkuchl sausage kitchen. So I knew we had to come to have this sausage here in Regensburg. So what is different about this kind of sausage than other places?
They are a little bit different from those of Nuremberg, you see. In Regensburg, our sausages, we have no margarine. So they have the oldest recipe for the sausages, and we have got the oldest building.
Mm-hmm. How old is the building?
It goes back to the 12th century. And even at that time, the masons there, they enjoyed the sausages.
Oh, they needed to have something heartwarming.
Yes. You see, it's really got a medieval miracle, our bridge, also due to the sausages.
Sauerkraut's delicious. And the mustard they make here as well?
That's homemade mustard, right? And you see that sweet beer, that's also typical. You eat them together with the pork sausages.
How you can't eat very much after that. That's like a big filling thing. So I know that we're going to go to other places. Regensburg's kind of expanded in the whole culinary, and so we're going to go to certain other places that are more modern, or are they pretty much all traditional?
No, there are also modern ones there, and then you will try the pralinen. Pralinen, you know, those sweets in chocolate.
Oh, okay.
And they are also very traditional here, right?
And that's we're going to have that. Are those
downtown there.
Mm-hmm. It's a very walkable town too.
Of course, yes.
So is that what we'll be doing? Walking to places and getting hungry and trying the next thing?
Just a medieval city, you see, which has remained in such a completeness, which is really very rare.
Yeah,
you see, we were also very lucky during World War II. The inner part was not hit, you see. And so we still have got those narrow lanes, the palaces with atrium courtyards and the towers. 60 towers have been here originally, 20 have been preserved.
Another delicacy here is the Dampfnudel. It's something like a donut, a very big donut. Elizabeth brings me to the best in town, Dampfnudel Uli.
Wunderbar.
Hey, Dankeschön.
That's what the lady from
Now
Austria
I know why
says.
you need 2 forks.
You need 2 forks. Right.
To
tear
break
it apart.
apart.
You tear it apart. And you see it's very fluffy inside.
Oh, yeah, very good.
Very good.
And this, what's in the sauce flavor?
Vanilla.
Oh, it's vanilla.
That's vanilla.
Okay. Yeah, it looks kind of like white chocolate or something like that. And then you just eat it.
And you see it's not only a dessert. In former times it was a dessert, but now it's a main meal.
How would you eat this as a main meal?
It's a main meal. You have got 2 of them.
Oh, it's really, it's not even as sweet as I thought it would be.
Mm-mm.
So fluffy. And this is so, I can't imagine eating this as a main course though.
Yeah, that's the main course.
Wow. And what would you drink with this? You would probably just
coffee. And just try to eat all the sauce together with it.
The sauce is really delicious.
It's really great.
So I guess there's a lot of sugar in there, but it doesn't taste that sugary, which I really like. My mom would love this.
Yes, in Austria,
Viennese, yes.
they really
The real sweet
enjoy
tooth.
that.
They have such sweet tooth.
Yes.
But this is really, I mean, to eat something like this though, but nobody's very heavy around here. So between the sausages and the potato, these are the best ones in town?
Yes, sure.
He makes
That's
them for a long time?
Dampfnudel. He has been here for 40 years now.
40 years.
Yes, and his parents, they came from Bohemia. And they imported those wafers here in Regensburg, the Bohemian wafers. And I think there were 4 children, and so he had the idea of opening this this cafe here.
So a lot of locals come here, and he probably knows everybody.
Everybody knows him. You see from the walls here, so many guests here.
Great place. It's very warming too on like a chilly day. To come in here and be warm like this.
In summer you may sit in front of the building and you're really downtown here.
Yeah, it's really good.
So I'm much faster than you.
Yeah, you are. I'm not used to eating that. I have a lot of eating to do.
Going, so keep eating.
I keep eating. I never expected that I would enjoy this. Okay, more sweets. At least we get to walk a little bit. Now it's the famous pralines at the oldest confectionery in Germany. So they make so many here. What's the story with these pralines then?
One of the deputies brought them here to the imperial diet at Parliament. And you see, there was a man called Duc du Plessis-Praslin. And you know, that's the word where the praline, this word comes from.
Oh, I didn't
He created them, and they had special tables there at the imperial diet at the Parliament, where they offered these specialities to the deputies of the imperial diet. And so they also opened this coffee shop here. They said it's the earliest, the first coffee shop here of Germany. I'm not quite sure about that.
Of all of Germany.
You see,
Yeah.
of all Germany. But it was the imperial diet here, and they liked the cafe, coming probably from the Turks. You see, the Turks really could not conquer Vienna, but their coffee conquered the whole of Europe, you see. And that's what you like here. Coffee from Germany, from Regensburg.
This is actually
It's
from
really
Regensburg.
roasted in Regensburg, you see.
Oh, so what's special about it? Just the fact that it is roasted fresh in here.
Yeah, right.
Goes well with the pralines. So they make, I heard you said, about 150 different types of praline.
That's what the landlady told me. And they have all different names. Normally always in relation to Regensburg. You know, when the Pope was here, they created a special praline for him. He likes marzipan and macadamia nut. And so they have got 5 layers of different kinds of chocolates around there. So you call it the Whisperer of Heaven, Heaven's Whisperer.
Yeah, this little book shows, I like
Yes.
Don Juan's cannonballs as well.
And the cannonballs.
Smart lady of Munich. And now, after all that sweet stuff, it's time for something a little different, a mustard tasting. We're at Händlmaier, a family making mustard since 1900.
Weil wir es nicht gescheit gemacht haben, das erste Mal.
So we're going to taste from sweet to hot, I guess, yeah?
I think so, right?
How long has been a big thing, mustard here? I know because of the Wurst. So is this particular mustard family, Händlmaier? Is that the...
Yes, they have been here from 1900 onwards. There was the great-grandmother who had the first recipe. Her daughter, she had married a butcher, but he died very early and she couldn't continue with the butcheries. But she had also continued with making mustard. And so she specialized in mustard. And now you see, today it's a global player firm.
So how many types of mustards are there?
How many types? Wie viele Sorten gibt es denn?
10 verschiedene.
10 different kinds of mustard, and then all the sauces und dann die Soßen noch.
And lots of sauces. And you ship, and you said you can get them worldwide? You ship them now?
Yes, you can get them just everywhere in the world.
Also einen süßen Senf gibt es auf der
that's
ganzen
good.
Welt, bei den Soßen ist es ein bisschen unterschiedlich.
Yes. Let's start with the original one created by Grandma herself. You see, it's really a sweet one.
It is sweet.
Really sweet. Good.
It's good. So what else is in there to make it sweet?
What is that? Is that sugar that makes it sweet?
I think so.
I think so, right? It's sugar within there.
And so then the next one will have a little bit more heat, I guess, which is, I mean, they look similar.
Yes, but there's horseradish in there.
Horseradish.
But it's also not really hot, you see.
Not yet.
But a little bit different
I
in
like
taste.
that one. That's a nice one. Is that a popular one?
No, that's so popular.
The sweet. People have the sweet tooth, especially here with all these other sweets. Now we go on to one that looks more like mustard, or mustard that we're familiar with.
That's what you are familiar
That's
with.
what I'm familiar with.
Yes, that's used when you grill meat, you see. And mustard, it's a little bit hotter perhaps again.
A little bit, yeah. So now I'm going on to the hot one, yes?
First dijon and then chili.
Oh, chili.
Chili. Just a little bit, I think.
That's a who. Oh boy. I like that one. Really good. Okay.
She's a hot lady, you see.
I'm a hot lady. Oh, danke schön. I'm so looking forward to this last stop at Kneitinger, a popular brewery restaurant with a very long tradition and some hearty Bavarian dishes.
Hello, welcome. My name is Matthias. We are today in the traditional Kneitinger Breweries Inn in Regensburg, Bavaria. The Kneitinger Brewery has a very long brewing tradition going back until 1530. And they have three beer specialties, the Pilsner, the brown beer, and the most popular Bock beer that's only served from October until Easter. The main purpose of that foundation is to finance a retirement home for poor people and a children's home for poor children. And each beer you drink is for a good purpose. Tonight we show you our beers and our most traditional dishes, such as roast loin or roast leg of pork with a very crispy skin or crust.
Oh, it's so good.
So, Prost.
Prost. Prost is the word. Okay, Prost. Matthias, I cannot believe the size of this. So it's like the leg of pork?
It's a leg of a pork, yeah.
Oh my goodness. I love this.
It's roasted, and the secret is first steaming it and then for 20 minutes roasting it. 200 degrees, that it gets this marvelous crust.
I feel like I need to pick that up with my hands. It's like one of those type
can
of...
do that.
You can do that, that's no problem.
Take our hands.
Yeah, sure. Should I get some?
No. And this is, would you want
Red
some of
curl?
that?
It's red cabbage. Tastes excellent, I think.
I'm going to try it too.
Also, traditional by side is sauerkraut, sour cabbage,
Yeah.
or the raw cabbage with
that's
Raw cabbage.
bacon, with roast bacon.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness. I love these dishes.
that's cold. That's a salad.
This is a cold salad.
And that comes with
Crunchy.
that leg of pork, and here we have roast loin of pork and with potato dumplings. In our region, we give potato dumplings. In the other regions, they serve bread dumplings with that.
They're delicious. They're huge, though.
Yeah, we have small ones.
This is a
but
really
it's-
big portion of food.
Yes, big ones, of
I
course.
love it. So the restaurant here has been, it seems very well known by all the people in the town.
The restaurant here is since 1861, and the brewery is first mentioned in 1530.
This town is amazing that way. Everything is still here, going back for so many years.
Yeah,
It's
a very long
incredible.
tradition.
You seem to be enjoying that pork. You want to try this one? I'd like to try that.
Yeah, it's a little bit easier to cut.
This one, this one, you know, I'm gonna get
Yeah.
down and
Just-
dirty
just-
when the yeah. Thank you. Oh wow, delicious too.
Yeah, that's a little bit less fat, and that's a
I
little
know,
bit.
I know that one is a really down and dirty
Yeah,
meal,
but
isn't
it's
it?
more-
So with the beers that you have here, so how does the brewery and the restaurant work together?
You have a direct pipeline to the brewery on the Ross.
Oh,
We
very
have,
direct
big-
pipeline.
Big barrels for 1,000 liters. Yeah.
Stick a straw down there.
Yeah, you would have to drink 10,000 liters. We have down here in the cellars.
It looks like the Bavarians can drink that much. Oh, Elizabeth, I mean, what a day.
more?
Yeah, one more. Always one more,
Yes.
Prost. I
Yes.
like our Prost.
Don't forget that, it's most important. Yeah.
It's been such a great day because I've I've gotten to taste a lot of the Bavarian specialties, the mustards.
Yeah,
What
the
else do we do?
sausages,
The sausages,
the
for sure.
Dampfnudeln,
Oh,
the
yes,
pralines,
yes.
Oh,
and the
great.
pralines, and but you know, all the sweets, and then I really wanted something hearty and savory. So this is doing the trick for sure.
You're going jogging now.
I know. Actually,
Maybe
it's
walking
it's great to
around
be
the
a great town to walk in because
Yeah.
you couldn't eat like this without being able to walk. That was such a great day in Regensburg, and after a whole full day of filming, Matthias was so sweet and invited my whole starving crew for a delicious dinner.
Prost.